What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Danny, aka Puerto Rican Face Mendoza, in the building, and I'm not looking away from the camera because I'm trying to do something else. I had to check my phone for a moment; it was important. But this video is about the one and done tourney. Okay, most people don't understand that the one and done tourney. And I'm going to do this as before I say anything, I'm going to do this as professional as possible. I'm going to limit my curses, if not no curses at all. I'm going to show respect to the people in the community, and I just want you to get an understanding what the one and done tourney does to a player's psyche, and also what it does for the community, and my points on it. And I'll also point out maybe some of the good stuff as well. Okay, let's go with all the good things that the one and done tourney does. The one and done tourney promotes more play for people that are not really good at the game. Players that have not gotten to a better level. And it just gives them an opportunity to play 5 rounds, and then that's it. Tournament's over. So that's good in an aspect, because if you play top 4 or top 8, they don't get that extra round and they don't get to play more. The one and done tourney, it gives an opportunity for somebody else to be first place. And it's not always going to say that because that person has a better deck that they're going to be able to always take first. So for example, if you have 10 Harpy decks and you have Fire Fists or Mermails, for example, that guy's going to beat up all those decks every single time and just win. Then it gives everybody a chance to probably be in first place. Regardless, you're still going to have people that are good that are going to go 4-0 or 5-0, but it just gives everybody a chance to be in first place. So that's probably good. I think because there's no top 8 at a one and done tourney, it might distribute the prizes out a little bit better for 1 through 4th place or 1 through 5th or whatever. So that's probably one of the good things too. The one and done tourney probably increases the numbers. It possibly does that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Can't really tell if more people go to one tournament than another because I don't have those stats. This is all based on my locals, by the way, people. I listed 4 things of the one and done tourney. Now the negative parts of the one and done tourney. The one and done tourney gives people who think that they're better than they are bragging rights. So, for example, the one and done tourney, the best way to put that is if somebody's playing Burn, and much love to my Burn players, but I'm just saying, and he goes into time every round, and he can take first place because there's no top 8 to try to beat him later on. So he gets a false sense of security there. Like, thinks that he's the one and done person, that won the tournament, takes first place, goes 4-0 because he went into time all the time and just sacked people with a Burn deck, for example, or just another. It could be like Exodia deck, or for another thing as well. It gives those people a chance that oh shit, I'm so good. Oh yeah, dude, I won Monday's tourney and Saturday's tourney like for 3 weeks. I'm like, dude, you didn't win against anybody. So that is one of the things that it does bad. The one and done tourney takes out the level of competition. Like, there's no top 8, there's no top 4, there's nothing to strive for. You lose one match because you didn't do good, and you're not getting first place. So for some reason, because you drew really bad, you deserve to suffer because of that. That sucks. The one and done tourney makes somebody who's coming from across town, who needs to take the bus for 45 minutes to an hour, plus the waiting time, plus him being in the cold, waste his time because from round one he got paired up against his worst matchup. So he lost, and now he's done because he can only have a shot at taking second or third. Because of the one and done tourney, because of tiebreakers, can put you in your finals match, you lose because you're both 4-0, and it takes you down to 5th or 6th place, or even 7th. 7th is mildly over exaggerating it, but I've seen it going down to 5th as well. The one and done tourney just purely sucks. When I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, we played for the top 8 no matter what. Every single tournament we went to was top 8. I don't know how all of a sudden people decided that it would just be 5 rounds and that's it. Sneak previews, mind you, they were one and done. That was like, but there was nothing you could do about that because those were hosted by Upper Deck at the time. But when I went to regionals, I played the top 8 out. And that was awesome. Those days were amazing. That was like the level. So that was the level of competition that you were looking for. Imagine if there was no fucking Super Bowl. You're telling me just gonna have like 16 games and then the person with the best record wins the Super Bowl or whatever that is? Let's take the playoffs out of baseball. How do you determine who wins that? The NBA championship, the playoffs out of NBA. The Olympics, going for the gold medal. You know, all of this factors in. You know, like I won't play in those one and done tourneys anymore. I'm done. I support my teammates. They don't want to play in them. I will do the same thing. And I encourage you to try and tell, you know, the people that top 4, top 8 is good for competition, pure straight competition. You beat the top 4 and you win the tournament, you succeeded something. You achieved something. You became better than you are for that moment. I'm telling you, it's more satisfying than randomly being put into first place. It's one of the greatest things ever. They don't do it at YCS. And they do, and the only reason why they do it at regionals is because it's like a one and done, but it's top 8, and the reason why they do it at regionals is because there's not enough time. You got 8 rounds, 9 rounds. Now don't get me wrong, you could say the same thing about a local. There's not enough time, but at locals, if you cut down the minutes to 35, or even if you did the 40 minutes round and you started exactly on time, let's take a look at that. Let's say the tournament starts at 5 and they close at 9. You have 5 to 5:40. It's round 1. 5:40 to 6:20, round 2. 6:20 to 7, round 3. 7 to 7:40 is round 4. That's it. You cut it off. Then you do top 4. Even if the tournament ends at 8, you do the top 4. Top 4, you take the top 4 and you play the top 4 round. Usually those are the 4 best players that played, and they play a little bit faster than most of the people in the tournament do. So you have that final round, 7:40 up to 8:20 to finish that. Then you have 8:20 to 9. Now realistically, that doesn't happen all the time, because it's not like it won't be fast enough and people are just gonna go into time. But if you give them the option to split first and second, and at least every single time give them a chance to play it out, then that's all we're asking for. We want an opportunity to be able to split top 4 if it happens, because there's no time. But it shouldn't be determined on you losing round 1 to you know, to I Bendito, or what's his name, you know, I'm a Hibaro for life. It should not be determined off of that. It should be determined on your skill and not the luck sack factor of this game. Now, we all know Yu-Gi-Oh! Sucks. I love the game, but this shit is not constructed very well. There's too much sack factor. It's not, you know, it's not balanced very well. There's not enough draw cards in this game because there's not enough replenishment. And that could be a different video, but my point is, you know, just this one and done shit. I'm you know, it's I guess I could talk about it for hours, but I don't want to do that. It's just frustrating. It's just the pros. I mean, the pros of not having the one and done outweigh the cons of having it. If that makes any sense. I'm fucking tired of the one and done tourney. So is a million people. And I wouldn't be making this video. I wouldn't make this video if I wasn't told by at least 20 to 30 different people that they're tired of it. I wasn't going to do it at all because I don't want to start nothing. That's not my thing anymore. I've turned a new leaf. Give me a second. Turned a new leaf. And nowadays, you know, I wanna help the community as much as possible. I know that sounds crazy to some people, but that's what it means to me. I'm all about helping people. So for right now, man, I don't really have much more to say, but I hope that this sparks some type of interest in the community where I am. Maybe it'll help other places around the world, people that are having one and done tourneys in other places that feel the same way. If you have any thoughts, comments, comment in the box below. Like and subscribe. You know, I'm seriously just trying to help. And I mean respect to all the tournament organizers. I know it's a hard job, and I'm not in any way trying to be disrespectful to anybody, but I want you to get what our thoughts and my thoughts, what they are. You know, like some of the other players in the community really want to say stuff too, but they're too scared, and that's just and it's understandable because they don't want to be, you know, put in a worse situation than they could ever be. So it's the end of my video. Like and subscribe. Comment in the box below. Share the video if you want. You know, I'm just trying to keep this going. Peace, much love. Puerto Rican face out the building.